A second here. Just gotta wait for my phone to go live because I'm confused. It doesn't usually die like that. Ah!
Hello.
So we should be live again.
And instantaneously Deathgasm is back into the buzz.
Are we back? Are we? Stream looks strong. Stream looks strong. Sorry about that error, folks. Some strange reason my recording software decided just to kick us out for no reason. So, we're back. You guys missed nothing. Necro has made no decisions as of the moment. Everyone's here, and go Necro.
I say we should continue on to try and find Trisha.
I agree.
Sam. Wait. He's looking at us weird. He's looking at us weird. Wait, should we check on the little boy first?
Yes. Yes, we should.
Heal the kid and ask what happened. Good idea, K-Man.
Oh man.
So, heal the kid and ask what happened.
Actually, guys, give me a second. Something is going on.
Why do we keep getting tripped?
We keep getting error drops.
Alright. Did you want to try something else?
No, hang on. I want to give this a second. Give us 1 second, folks. I want to see if there's another drop. Hello, Alex. How you doing?
Hi, Sub.
Okay, so as I was saying before, the young drow that you guys were saving before you decided to abandon him and look for Trisha.
Oh, we're gonna go heal him.
Are you sure about that? Because majority voted to leave him behind. You know, you flesh out a character for these people, and you try to get their feelings behind it, and then just like, screw it, let's go on with our adventure. I bet you all don't even remember the little girl with the mask's name, do you? Can anyone remember the bard's name?
Or as K-Man likes to call her, Ewer.
Were we supposed to be taking notes?
Were we supposed to? Anyway, hopefully you guys remember why you're here. So, as you approach the young boy, Alex is like, leave him behind! Leave him behind!
No.
You guys approach the young drow is just trying to hide. He's shaking. Grimsnarl's like curled up next to him. He like tries to bury himself in the Grimsnarl's fur. Just trying to hide from everybody. You guys get to take a look at his back, and you see a tattoo on his back, however. In High Elf, mini shish kebab. In High Elf, it reads NN 613.
Like, kind of similar to, like, a Agent 47 tattoo, just different.
Yes.
But, like, maybe he was experimental.
Okay.
Like an experiment number.
Yep. So anyway, so what the heck? Hangs like we got this. Can you hear us now, Quabs?
Hey, hello, Clabby.
Oh, he's currently.
Give him a second. Well, yeah, he doesn't want to talk right now. He's in the middle of something. Anyway, so you can see it. You can also see that this poor child has just been torn apart. His back has been torn and shredded and healed multiple times. There are wounds on his spine. Okay. Basically, just taking a one look at him, even Juggernaut can see that this child should probably not be able to even move from how badly he's wounded. Black and blue marks all over his back. And some of the markings are incurable. Necro can just tell just by looking at it. Some of those marks are just incurable.
That's sad.
It really is.
Yep. Well, what are you guys gonna do? You're gonna let him. You're gonna let him hide on top of. He's currently crawling up Snarl's back. He's like hiding in the thick fur on his back. You know.
I say we should ask him if he would mind going on to the elevator, going up to the top floor where he can meet the captain, and the captain will keep him safe.
Yes, the captain will keep him safe. Yes, yes. Mom, would you like to do the translation? Want to translate to him because Nick can't?
Sure.
Okay. Mom Bear starts talking to him when a stone knife whips past her head and sticks into the wall next to her. You all turn to see an equally damaged young female drow sitting there screaming at you to leave her brother alone. And she's staring daggers at Mama Bear.
Listen, we mean you no harm. We actually just rescued your brother from, what was it, like 6 or 7 labs?
Alright. Alright.
Assassin class.
K-Man is typing. Wait, is K-Man here? Uh-oh.
He just can't talk because he has a cold.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a cold. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Typing.
Okay, didn't know that. Okay. The little girl tries to like dramatically run forward, but she kind of like her injuries. You can see she's hurt. She just stumbles and falls to the ground and just like tries to crawl her way towards him. Like she is just as badly injured, if not worse.
Would it
I offered
Build-
to heal her.
would it build some trust between her and Mama Bear if Mama Bear would heal her?
She kind of screams at Mama Bear. Came on and says try to heal her if possible. So everyone's voting that Mama Bear should try to heal her.
Yep. The party hears gunshots in the distance.
Lots of yelling. You can't tell what they are yelling. That's pretty bad. Okay, so Mama Bear approaches the young girl, and she gets up and tries to take a swing at Mama Bear. Mama Bear just like easily steps out of the way and casts a curing spell on the little girl, who cries out in a little bit of pain as you hear her bones knitting back into place.
Cringeworthy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. She falls to the ground and grabs her arm and looks up at Mama Bear, still just anger, screaming at her to leave her and her brother alone. She's done enough to them.
Wait. She's done enough to them?
That's kind of curious in turn, Trisha, since in real life look a lot like, they probably look a lot like in DND.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say anything yet.
Suspicions.
K-Man over here. I might pick up a spell and whip it at said thing. Might.
Okay, Maud, be off-windly right now.
I communicate to her that I'm not here to hurt them.
Nor that you haven't been here.
And I haven't done anything to her. Or her brother.
You can join this time if you want, Sandy. That's completely up to you. But if you want to have a lot of fun, join next time. How behind am I from the adventure? Alex, you are never far behind. It just requires a wanting to approach or appear thing. The young girl takes a look at Mama Bear and slowly backs away. She tries to make her way towards her brother, turns around and realizes that he's on top of Grimmsnarl. That scares the shite out of her. Because Grimmsnarl kind of just like tongue out licks her from like the bottom of her shirt all the way up to her face. Kind of just like picks her up with his tongue. She begins kind of like pointing like, what, like she's saying in drow, like, what is that, what is that thing? And her brother's on the back saying, it's friendly, sis.
It's okay. He's not going to hurt you.
They begin talking back and forth very rapidly.
No! Juggernaut!
They begin speaking very rapidly to each other in Drow and some other language that no one seems to understand, some kind of broken language. You notice that on her back, it says NN 613 with a exclamation point.
Wonder if the exclamation point means female.
Could very well mean female. After a few seconds, she turns and kind of looks at Juggernaut, then looks at Nick, then kind of looks at K-Mod, and is like, she just basically says in Drow, "You are a very unusual group of people. Why are you here?"
So, we came here looking for another part of our party that went missing after we all magically got tied up and knocked out.
I'm just going to pretend that Mama Bear is the one translating this, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Because once again, Necro seems to be...
somebody behind you, Ted.
She's kind of glaring at you right now, isn't she? Anyway, after a few minutes, she introduces herself. It's okay, Quabs. Take your time. She takes a moment, and in the best common she can think of, which, by the way, is the standard language, she's kind of like, "You have to leave now. It's not safe here for the different people."
I won't be a smart ass.
Dude, it's your character.
Listen, I'm different wherever the fuck I go.
Came on. I still have the crab shell in my hand just in case. Quab.
Wow.
Anyway, she turns to Mama Bear, and you can just tell that like there's this tension as she like slowly makes her way. She's still limping, by the way, but she's like making her way around Mama Bear, looking her up and down. And she comes back and she says, "You're not one of the researchers. Why are you here? High elves shouldn't be here."
She's been with us the whole
I'm
journey
looking
that we
for
had.
my daughter.
She kind of cocks her head and says there was... Basically, they just made a jailbreak. Several of the children on this floor have made a jailbreak. Some of them are still hiding everywhere. And you notice that she has a strange glow behind her eyes. They're like a purplish color.
That's kind of weird. Does her brother have the same glow?
Well, I mean, you could look at him, but he's currently, like, burrowing his head into Grimmsnarl and giggling, so, like...
He's having fun.
He's never seen Grimmsnarl before. Grimmsnarl's this massive creation.
Which way did you come from?
What was that, Chuck?
Which way did they come from? Left or right?
There's only one way in, it's the door straight.
Oh, straight.
Now, as the girl moves, you see some big arrows, more like ballista bolts under the shells. You don't know who used them, but you notice those are rather large weaponry.
That's very abnormal.
A purplish smoke starts to cover the ground. It smells familiar, but at the same time, not familiar.
Could that be my fire? Or his wife?
Don't know yet. She kind of looks at Necro, really confused. Chug, please don't punch the bombs.
Dude, I'm trying to take care that I don't injure anyone right now.
Yeah, Jug is not exactly a huggable creature. He's like a giant cactus.
You can say it quite quickly.
Now, Mama Bear, of course, continues to give a little bit of healing out to them to kind of fix them. But as she does, she can hear these injuries of the kids just healing. She watches them as they twinge a bit, but then they feel better afterwards. But like, it's a real horrific sound. Bones breaking and remending as she heals. The children skittering, coughing up a bit of blood.
I want to pick up the bowls.
What?
I want to pick up the bowls.
Okay.
And give them to Mama Bear.
Okay, just to give you a heads up, these are ballista bolts.
Yeah, they're not made
They're,
to be
they're,
fired out
they're,
of
they're
crossbows.
about the same size as the spear K-Mod is carrying. Meant to be launched from massive crossbows.
Or one juggernaut.
Yeah, I guess you could throw them if you wanted to. An explosion sounds in the distance. The gunfire is starting to calm. It seems like one side is winning. Don't know. Now, after a few moments of healing, the two are back to as much health as you can really give these children. They are just psychologically damaged as well. They refuse to move from the spot. They're clinging to Grimmsnarl as if Grimmsnarl is the only thing to protect them. The little boy keeps looking at Mama Bear confused. The little girl keeps looking around the room not knowing what's going on. She keeps looking towards the elevator.
To be honest, I think we should send Grimmsnarl with them while we investigate.
Well, we know the first two floors are safe.
Right?
So we're only sending the captain.
Mm-hmm. And he'll take care of them. He takes care of everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
Is that what you guys want to do? Send Grimmsnarl up?
I think so. Yeah.
Grimmsnarl begins to carry the children away on his back. They kind of just they give a quiet thank you. Gotcha. They make it to the elevator and Grimmsnarl's big paw hits the button and they go up. You hope you'll see the children again. The sound is quiet, but you now notice a roiling purple mist. It's slowly surrounding the room.
I don't know about this one.
It smells familiar.
You seem to notice a figure amongst the smoke, except the figure doesn't look correct. More twisted, more angular. It almost looks like Necro's dealer, except a little bit on the sharper side of things.
Who could this be?
Good question.
I say asking them.
Asking away. I see. It's William's evil twin! No, it's not. It's not.
God.
The smoke slowly trails off and goes ahead into another room.
Hey, let's follow the smoke.
Should we follow it?
I mean, he did say with haste to get to Trisha.
It's up to you guys. You're the adventurers.
Time for this stuff.
Well, let me times out and throw out a few things you guys may or may not have picked up. There was a jailbreak done by these kids that are currently on the floor still.
Right. So we might run into more kids that might need help.
There's also an evil purple cloud going in that direction. And gunshots that have gotten too quiet now.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this picture. And then there's an elevator that currently is still going up.
The same way we need to go, right?
Well, right now you have no decision to go anywhere else because you sent the only elevator up and down up.
No, I said the purple smoke went the same way
Yeah.
we have to go.
Yeah. And if you remember from last time, the elevator took about 40 minutes to get up and another 40 minutes to get down. So you guys are kind of trapped there for a bit.
We don't have Grimmsnarl.
And you don't have Grimmsnarl, so Mom Bear is down a party member. But she's up 2 because she's mentally unstable. So, I mean... So, anyway.
I try and scan the room that we're about to go into.
Okay. It seems like there's something in there. You can't really tell. It's as if the whole room is convulsing evil, and it's strong at some points and very weak at others.
I mean, we gotta proceed on, so...
And here we go. As you enter the room, it's like a war zone went off. Sorry, Necro, I kind of PG-13 that view. My apologies. It's like a war zone. Bodies of cloaked figures, some in chains, others without. And sadly, against one of the walls, slumped over, the body of a child.
Well,
Not a sight the Mama Bear would like to see. Sadly.
I know. Lots going on in this room. And you can sense that the purple smoke seems to be leading you through this. It seems that it wants you to see the atrocities that are happening here.
well, I mean, continue on. See, check if we can heal anyone, though, along the way. Maybe a person that was playing dead or something like that.
I don't know, Neko. Perhaps if you maybe scanned for life.
Sure, I'll scan for life.
The bodies are gone. However, for a split blip, you sense a small amount of life still towards the body of the child.
The ghost turns off its light. Sorry. That's very strange. I'm sensing a small amount of life.
Wow. Maybe you should rush to its aid!
Yeah.
Not the, maybe I will take 4 turns to figure out what the... No! Save the child!
Let's go take the child.
God damn!
Discussing with my members. Technically, they don't know what I'm sensing.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, we can't... Okay. So, Necro goes, I sense life from that child. What do y'all want to do real quick? Anybody?
Let's go see if we can save him.
Go see if we can save him. Juggernaut.
Let's see if we can save him.
Juggernaut Jared. Necroneck.
Yeah, save it if we can save it.
Okay. As you rush towards, a shiny item flashes as you pass by. No, K-Mon says, no, wait, let's take a nap.
Oh, okay, Mom.
No.
Flash one. So as you get closer to the child, you can tell it is another young woman, a young girl, a little bit older than the other ones are. She's probably in her, 10, maybe 11-year-old range. She has a ballista bolt sticking out of her shoulder. It's like pinned her to the wall. She's lost the arm. But she's still sitting there breathing very deeply, very raspy. I'm going to take a guess that Mama Bear is going to start healing.
Yes.
Mama Bear begins... What's that?
I'd like to pull the ballista bolt out while Mama Bear's healing.
Okay. You rip the ballista bolt out of the wall and notice that it has cleanly removed her arm. In fact, if it wasn't for Mom Bear healing, she'd probably be bleeding out right now. The young girl is very weak. Even as Mom Bear healing her as much as she can feel that she can't fully heal the wounds, but she could probably heal them enough to give the girl a fighting chance to get to the elevator.
Yeah. Say heal her up fully and tell her to try and make haste towards, as fast as she could, to the elevator and try and find safety to hide until they're coming back down.
All right. I mean, Mama Bear relays the message to the young girl she's like half out of it. She's very weak. She's very whimsy. Hello, hello, hello. And she begins to just slowly meander off in that direction. Like you can't even tell if she understands. She's just walking in that direction.
Okay.
As you look up, you notice that there's that figure again. And it looks at all the bodies, and it looks at the young girl, and it looks at you guys, and it just shakes its head. And then just...
wrong.
What do you mean? Did you know it said that?
I'm just thinking, because when somebody shakes their head at me, it means like...
Yeah, but I should mention the fact that it's looking specifically at Necro.
Ooh.
Then it vanishes and goes into another room. This room is just...
that purple thing.
Everybody follow the purple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. You give chase to the purple, and you make it to the... Well, it looks like the final room. Or at least, it looks like a room. Until you take a look down. And you realize that below you are tanks. Not bang bang tanks, but tanks filled with a green fluid. And children. Bodies floating everywhere. You look along the walls and see them floating with machines attached to them. Breathing apparatuses. Some of them have had limbs removed. Some of them have metallic limbs. Some have porcelain. It's terrifying. And then you find the remaining children from the escape. And sadly, they did not escape.
They're all perished.
They have all perished. You can sense no life. But before them were cloaked figures, as if the cloaked figures were trying to take the damage for them. As if they were trying to stop. However, you then hear a clinking sound. You notice that there are a few figures with chains. They're walking above on the upper catwalk, just looking into the filtrations. And you look down and notice that the cloaked figures on the ground, they didn't have chains. They are armed with crossbows, however, and have not yet noticed you. This scene... This scene is just very heartbreaking for you all. These children have done no wrong. However, they seem to all be going towards one machine. All these tubes seem to be flowing into one central machine. There are armed figures on the catwalk above you.
All that I said, stealthily.
Okay. You stealthily begin going towards the machine. And as you get closer, that purple mist shows up again and looks at Necro. And it lifts up its finger and points at him. And then it points at the machine. And then it just vanishes. As Necro walks up to the machine, he starts to... Maybe in a minute, K-Man, maybe in a minute. As Necro gets closer, he starts to feel very strange. His head, it just starts to ache. As if something's telling him to stay away from it. Something is warning him, don't go towards the machine. Roll a d20, Necro. Let's see how good his luck is tonight.
14.
Oh, not doing good. You grab your head and yelp in pain, which unfortunately causes the figures above to take notice to you being in the room.
Oh.
So, should you guys give him the good old K-Mod hello, which is just Jug grabbing K-Mod and whipping him through the air at them? Do you guys want to try and talk this out? Seeing as last time you tried to talk it out with the people with the chains, it didn't work out very well for you? Or should you roll for initiative?
Oh, I mean, for the first choice, it's up to Juggernaut. Came on.
In like this roll.
Roll. Are you going to go with the K-Mod hello?
I mean, if K-Mod's okay with it, I'll do it. He may not like where I throw him.
He says roll for initiative.
All right. Well, everyone good to start this combat off? You versus 5 guys with crossbows?
Sure.
Yep.
All right.
Roll for initiative.
Juggernaut, I'm going to need... Oh, no, sorry, Necro, I'm going to need you to roll only 3 initiatives this time.
Okay. So I got a 20.
Well, you don't have to worry about Trish. What was that, Necro?
20 for the first.
Okay.
13 for the next.
Okay.
And another 13.
All right. So.
Wait, why only 3?
Because oh wait, no, and I think you have to roll one for K-Mod too. I think he might be a little down.
Emma, you want me to roll for you?
Oh, K-Mod got a 19. Okay, cool. So that means him and Jug are close enough that Jug could throw him if he wants to. Jug, do you want to grab K-Man and put him through somebody's torso?
Through the void or not through the void, K-Man?
Through the void or not through the void? Not through the void! Not through the void! No! K-Mod says, fucking send it. He doesn't care.
Alright.
Send it.
Fine. Let's go through the void then.
Oh, I know, Quabs. I know. So, Juggernaut cocks back his arm with K-Mod in it, opens up a void, and launches K-Man through it. K-Man takes 6 points of untyped damage as he's whipped through the void. Necro, I need you to roll a d20 real quick.
Okay. So 7.
7, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that quab too, but evidently...
So, K-Mon, he comes out at full speed, but he comes out facing the wrong direction. Somehow Juggernaut threw him through, and he kind of 180'd and came out back first. And ends up crashing into 2 of the guys. Unfortunately, he's also dealing the damage that... he's kind of thrown through with the same power as Juggernaut's whipping. Which is why I had you roll the dice. So, K-Mod takes 10 more points of damage, and the 2 figures take 20 points of damage. And they kind of go rolling out of the way.
Game on. You wanted me to do this.
Hey, you sent it.
Yeah, I know I sent it, but Game on wanted it.
Oh dear.
Oh geez, no problem at all. So, he said text it, freaking send it. He knew what was going on. He knew what was going on. So, Mama Bear, you're next. You're luckily still on the ground floor.
Okay.
Kind of just watched Juggernaut whip K-Man through a portal and just kind of crash into the other 2 up top.
Okay.
3 more are running down the stairs towards you. What do you do without poor Grim Snarl? He not dare.
Nope. He is not.
Is everyone sure Jared is on your team? After last week, you may need to do a loyalty test.
Chain lightning.
Chained lightning. Okay, that will hit the targets.
Exactly.
Mama Bear begins conjuring and lets loose a blast of chain lightning. It strikes the first one dead in the chest, and passes through the other 4 with a lesser effect. The first guy is just destroyed. Just dusted. 72 points of damage. It's as if perhaps he was some kind of mind-controlled slave with the chains wrapped around him. Her spell actually misses the second guy as he detonates from a black powder keg that seems to have been thrown from another direction. Kaboom! The third guy gets struck and lifted up into the air as he was falling from the steps being blown up. So he's kind of just like TP'd by a lightning bolt. He takes 32 points of damage along with another 20 points of falling damage. Barely alive.
Lightning bolt damage.
The remaining 2, you can call it that if you want. The remaining 2 take 10 points of damage and 8 points of damage respectively. Those are the 2 that are currently underneath of K-Mod. Okay, so you've now wrecked 2 of them and left 1 horribly injured. The one that's horribly injured looks up towards Mama Bear and aims his crossbow and fires. Mama Bear takes 8 points of damage as it kind of just like glances off her shoulder, like barely a remark to her. It does ting off of the metal cylinder, which causes Necro great amounts of mental pain. Necro, roll a d20.
Damn mosquitoes.
So we got 17.
Ooh, Necro takes 31 points of psychic damage. Ooh. By the way, Necro, that was the roll for the damage die.
I got nothing.
Yeah. So Necro's currently knocked flat. It's just like, poof, he's on the ground. The other 2 take this time to try and lift up a heavily armored K-Man. And one is able to get free. The other one is currently stuck under K-Man. The one takes a crossbow and fires point-blank range at K-Man. It's a critical. I mean, if you want to, I guess you could, K-Man. You guys do realize that you're not alone in this room anymore, right? Like, someone threw a black powder keg at somebody. Like, somebody else is in this room, just throwing it out there.
Right.
Okay.
Trying to help us.
Yep, now Jug.
Yes.
The one that's currently trapped in their K-Man has a dagger. You're currently about 80 feet away. Nobody's near you. Well, I mean, Mama Bear's near you? But that's all that's near you right now. It's an empty room. What do you do?
I want to try and save K-Man from the one that is under, the one that he's on top of with the dagger.
Are you going to jump underneath the catwalk and try to grab the guy and pull him through or something? Like, is that what you're going to do?
Is he right above me?
Basically, yes.
I'd like to open a portal and pull K-Man through. No, not pull K-Man through. Pull the one underneath K-Man through.
Oh, okay. Woo! I was about to panic again. Okay, so since it's an instantaneous thing, K-Man suddenly falls a little like oof, and you kind of just like rip the other guy through the portal, and he's just like completely confused, but also took 6 points of typeless damage. So he's kind of like frazzled. He's got no idea what's going on. He's like, so you're holding him in your hand. Like, you got him by, like, the scruff of the shirt. Like, what are you going to do now?
Does anybody know what happens when you score a touchdown?
Your team gets 6 points?
What do you normally do to a ball?
Oh.
I'd like to spike that thing.
Okay, well, Necro, roll. Oh, he doesn't even have to roll a d20. Just roll one, please. Unless it's a natural one.
Do you really want to know?
I want to know.
It's a 20.
Juggernaut lifts the guy up and notices an emblem on him. some kind of strange sigil before he slams him into the dirt and just ends him. It's so hard that when he slams him on the ground that the glass underneath begins to crack throughout the entire room.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The walls begin to spurt out a strange green liquid.
What?
Necro takes an additional 20 points of psychic damage.
Are you trying to kill me, Dad?
No.
K-Mod, it's your turn, buddy.
Like, wanna ask, why didn't I get it?
Because you were dropped because of the psychic damage.
Okay.
You notice another keg is thrown and it kind of rolls, but it does not explode. It looks like whoever is throwing these barrels has is either cast a spell of invisibility or is wearing some kind of armor that causes him. Yes, K-Mod, you could. I mean, you do have high enough strength. Necro, roll a D12 real quick for a grapple check.
Okay.
Sorry to make you bring out the D12, but I mean, this is. Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh please. What's the roll, Necro? What's the roll?
And
D20? Can I save this guy?
you need a D20?
D20? Can I save this guy? It's already a grapple. It's not gonna.
17.
Oh, sweet merciful heavens. So K-Mod, as a dragoon, grabs this guy by the throat and then leaps to the ceiling, rotates upside down and screams off the top rope, and then just choke slams the guy into the dirt.
Does that break any more glass?
It's already happened, K-Mod. It doesn't break any more of the glass, but it does break the man's spine. He is instantly killed. Man, these high rolls are sucking tonight. Just like splat, he's got his head in one hand and the body's still on the ground. He's kind of looking at him like, what the? Like he just.
Body are constantly playing in that room.
No.
That's
Necro should just lay down and give up.
Hi, Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Oh, you smiling. You were smiling, Cody.
Yes, she is. Say hello to Cody, everybody. We're trying to say Grimsnarl.
Hi, Grimsnarl.
Grimsnarl.
Snarl.
You say Grimsnarl back?
Rawr.
Raw. Yeah, he's really Grimsnarl. Could you imagine Cody the size of Grimsnarl?
No.
That'd be kind of painful. He likes to jump on people.
Off of the neck of the man K-Man just killed falls a necklace with a cracked black shell. K-Man tosses you, then tosses Necro his healing potion, says you can drink that, Necro.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Mama Bear, there's only one target left. He is the badly injured one who shot you and then hit the tank, which caused Necro to get hurt. You have 80 health. Oh, apparently the other target has decided just to book. He's running for the exit. He's running, Mama Bear. What are you gonna do?
We got a runner.
And he's doing it the worst possible time because Mama Bear is like nothing but range damage. She's got crossbows, spells, powers. It's a bad day for this poor guy. This poor guy is just booking it, and she's kind of like, and now which of my magical weapons should I murder him with?
Well, we got a runner. I can say eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, he's like,
No, Necro's not in the smoke yet, but the smoke could creep over to him if you want. 20 seconds before an event happens.
fire. Kill with fire.
Do it with fire. She definitely has picked up on Kaiju.
Mom Bear holds open her hand and creates a massive fireball and kind of smiles at it. And just like locks it back and just launches it at the guy. The resulting explosion just rips, it's gone. It's gone. Like she has turned it to dust. Necro. Red mist, more like it. Now, Necro, in case you didn't know, psychic damage is considered non-lethal, so you can't die from it.
Right.
So even if you take 1,000 of it, you'll just be knocked unconscious. Just throwing it out there. Necro drinks the...
Potion.
He kind of drinks the potion and he's feeling better. K-Mod, however, is starting to feel a little sick to his stomach.
Came on, remember that spell.
And you notice that there's also a purple mist surrounding you guys now.
We are doing WWF finishers if possible.
Oh god damn it. From now on we're doing WWF finishers if possible.
Are you sure you want to do that, K-Man? Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, but Michelle does have a point. Even if you didn't die, you would still wish you did.
What if the figure starts walking up from the shadow? We can't pass through purple gas.
Yep, the hood figure's just kind of looking at the gas like, what the fuck's going on here, folks? Yes, yes, the crowd screams for more, says K-Mod. Oh.
I'd like to put it out there for Michelle. Do you think we should?
Anyway, Jiminy Crickets, you guys.
Personally, if it was up to me leading the crew, I'd like to know where the hell those barrels are coming from.
Wow, somebody using their intelligence here.
I mean, a strange photo figure did pop out, it's just you can't pass through purple smoke then.
The figure has an emblem of sorts. Would the party like to see it?
Yes.
Why, yes, Quabs, they say yes. I need Necro to roll 3 d20s.
Wow.
Damn.
Nice.
That's nice.
4. Sorry, you have to roll 4. Sorry.
So 17 for the first one,
Okay.
15 for the second,
Okay.
I don't know, a 14 for the third,
Right, K-Man got a 19. Okay.
Yeah.
One more, Necro. One more. This all makes sense in a second.
and a 7 for the last.
And a 7 for the last. All right. So, the reason Necro didn't roll for himself is, as he is, in fact, an android, he is not affected by any forms of poison. Mama Bear and Juggernaut are safe. K-Man is safe. However, a certain friend, a certain William the waving inflatable tube man goes, "Hugger!" and kind of falls over from behind you guys.
Let's see what's in the cloak.
He's a cloaked man.
No, he was trying to catch up with you guys. Now he's paralyzed, like, "Hugger!" and he just like falls over.
William, that was some bad timing, wasn't
It's
it?
just poor William's like, "I'm coming, guys!" Hugger! And he just falls over.
There's definitely bad timing on his part.
Can I undo paralyzation?
You're gonna have to wait because now the figure pulls a cloth over their face and as carefully passes through the smoke.
Hello, kind stranger. How are you? What are you doing here? And what the fuck happened?
Okay.
Other than our comrade catching up and being paralyzed.
I'm coming to save you guys. Good going, Williams. You have the poorest luck. He's paralyzed. He can't answer.
Michelle, come on, that's not nice.
With an Irish accent, you hear, "Well then, lad, quite the excitement just happened, eh?"
Yes. How the hell did you get down here? Why are you down here?
Michelle with one L. With you guys are like the worst friends ever. Poor Williams. He's just like help.
Somebody be paralyzed and quick. Have a conversation.
Technically, we would have to pull him out of the poison.
I was gonna say you might have to pull him out of the poison mist first.
True.
Don't worry, Alex. I have a plan for you. Don't worry, I have a plan for you. Name's Joel. He holds out a gloved hand.
Ooh, or
Well, I'll shake his hand and still continue to ask, what are you doing down here?
We were just having fun. And while this is going on, you know, Juggernaut kind of grabs Williams and kind of drags him out of the smoke. The smoke is currently giggling, by the way. You can hear little giggles in the smoke.
oh god, not her.
Kind of pulls, not that kind of giggle, like somebody trying not to laugh, like they're really trying not to laugh. Like,
Yeah.
kind of pulls Williams out of there. Mama Bear sits there and like deparalyzes him. He sticks up a hand with a thumb. You know, yes, I'm good. Poor Williams.
Oh, Jug.
I know that was wrong.
Kyle, did you read what Jug put?
No, it's not that bad. No, that's a death spell. No, we're not casting death spells here. No. No, I don't want you guys to die off this early in the game. No.
I couldn't resist.
You know, Alex, I don't know if they even know they still have that, to be honest with you.
I do. I know I have the whistle.
That's not what he's talking about, but okay.
Oh. Wait. What else? No, I have the whistle to call
Well, you have the whistle to call somebody.
him, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, lad, my squad got a contract by some boat captain to come down here and clear the place. Unfortunately, we were captured. As you can see by the bodies, and he waves his left hand around the room, not many survived this little escape. I'm not good with Irish accents, so just imagine that being said as an Irish accent.
Well, ironically, we are here because one of our comrades apparently came down here. Not sure if it's willing or unwilling after we got blindsided and knocked out and tied up at our last encampment. And we are here looking for her. And ironically, I think, would you say that captain of the boat was Nigel Woodsbury by any chance?
A little flamboyant.
Ahem. That'd be Nigel Woodsbury to you, young man.
Would you say that would be the same captain that brought you down?
Oh, God. K-Man, don't do it!
K-Man?
Don't do it, K-Man!
No,
Why?
K-Man, we're not torturing William. You just joined us.
Mm.
Yeah. You heartless person, he was a friend to you, and this is what you're gonna do.
Yes, lad, that would be the person.
Ah.
It would kind of also explain why only 2 of the floors have been cleared.
Yes, it would.
And came out and was like, he is my friend.
You know, I'm still worried a little bit about the cracks in the glass.
Yes, it seems
Remember your imagination.
you do remember the part where I said it's slowly creaking around the room, right? You remember that, Jared, right?
Yeah.
It's everywhere, Jug.
Quab, by chance, have you seen any others?
Well, we did rescue 3 kids.
3 childrens.
Oh,
Yeah.
2.5.
Oh, Jug! Jug, that's dark! Jug, that's dark!
Missing an arm, okay?
2 and 3/4 if we're getting paid.
Oh, God, that's even darker! Oh, my God, you people are horrible! We saved 3 children, well, 2 and 3/4 actually. Damn!
What's with an arm? Yeah, we've seen those 3 kids, and we got 2 of them onto the elevator.
Something to notice. Read what he said. Interesting. Haven't seen any children around here, lad.
Wait. But there's children in the tubes and...
You look and notice that all the tubes are empty now. In fact, the room looks hundreds of years older now.
What the fuck?
And you notice that the machine in the middle is open. There's nothing left in it.
Right? Am I okay? No! What the fuck just happened with this room? It was filled with green fucking tubes. Fucking children inside of them. This machine I touched started fucking with my head.
What machine?
Well, it's still there. It's just now it's wide open. It's not closed anymore.
No, do you not remember the machine?
Juggernaut's like, what machine? It seems like no one remembers.
What are you talking about?
The machine's still right here, Chug.
Well, he sees the machine, but it's open.
Yeah.
There's no children anywhere.
Yeah.
What, the eco-ground?
Necro, are you okay?
Mom Bear, did you see all this?
Look, lad, you need to stop yelling. The critters can hear very well.
Critters? What critters are you speaking of?
Mom Bear does remember Necro,
Okay.
but nobody else does. In fact, right now, no one even remembers the fight.
It was all a hallucination.
Was it?
Who's saying that?
Hey, you're not here, technically.
Mom Bear takes a look at Grimmsnarl and notices that Grimmsnarl's wounds aren't there anymore.
Wait, Grimmsnarl's back?
Yeah. He's there now. The Quabs, or should I say the slaved Quabs, fingers clawed out some of my team's eyes, he says.
I'm sorry to hear that your friends had to suffer that fate.
Should have done a double tap on the kids. Oh my god. Michelle with 1L. Should have double tap those kids. Happens all the time in my line of work.
So you deal with some brutal things like we do, Cancer. Potentially jowl heavily with
See, you know, technically, I think we should try and find our lost teammate. before anything happens?
Well, I asked Zhao if he would like to accompany us on our journey to find our comrade and maybe find out what all happened here.
It seems that some of the members of the crew have noticed something without me even being able to hint, but cool. Also, somebody's been paying attention to the past streams. Somebody figured it out. Somebody figured this out already. I don't know how they figured it out, but somebody has figured this out already.
No.
Well, I mean, Necro, well, I deal with kingdoms and cities and sometimes people. We range from rat extermination to lizard gassings. Still love that job.
Well, would you like to accompany us?
I still say no mercy will be shown to those who are my friends. Mind slaves or not.
We read that. I read that. Yeah, mind slaves or not. If you, yeah.
But
K-Mod will end people's lives.
Yeah.
Just there's something that Necro and Mama Bear have to deal with now.
You mean us remembering shit that no one else does?
Sure. I just need to find the rest of me mates and get the hell out of here.
Okay, we will help you in that journey as well.
Wait, William, you told us before you've been here for some time.
William looks at you and is confused. He kind of tells you guys, what are you talking about? We've all been here this entire time.
Mama Bear, I don't remember William until he got to the point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait. So you guys start to leave and you notice certain things. For instance, the number of bodies that were in there are staggeringly missing. There's no little arm sticking to the wall anymore from the crossbow. Nothing. You even notice that the elevator's back and it shouldn't even be back yet.
Yeah, well, Grimsnarl shouldn't be back yet either.
Grimsnarl keeps looking at you guys like you're crazy, like he's got no clue what's going on.
And all I remember is us coming off the elevator and going into that.
However, I'm just going to throw this one out here. Before Necro goes, Necro turns and looks into the machine one more time. And notices it seems strangely familiar. In the machine is a small cube.
Kind of cube.
As Necro touches the cube, Necro catches a flash. A flash of someone killing the current prince. And a man that looks like the prince walking and taking his crown. But Necro sees it from the eyes of the killer.
Oh.
Billy?
Billy!
Necro, can you scan if we got poison or something?
Well, we know
Two.
No,
No,
you scan
us. The group.
Okay, I'll take poison on the group.
Okay, man, what are you talking
him.
about?
Don't lick it.
Just saying. Yeah.
Why would we be poisoned?
I mean, we got told that we were fine before it came out.
Well, you
I don't
notice
know.
that
I've got a gut feeling. I got a gut feeling.
everyone seems to be okay except K-Man. There's
Yeah, you should have a gut feeling, K-Mod. You're not okay.
I know.
Also, Juggernaut happens to bump into a bottle and the dealer shows up and asks him if he still wants the shirt.
Yeah, I still want the shirt.
Apparently he still wants the shirt, Alex. And Michelle says, don't lick the cube.
I wasn't lying on it. But, so I also revealed to my comrades here what the hell I just witnessed in my flash.
So he just told you all that he saw himself killing the current prince and a doppelganger taking his place. Anybody?
Really, guys?
Necro, why would you kill the prince?
Well, I explained that. I was seeing through the eyes of the killer.
He doesn't know why it happened. He touched the cube and suddenly he remembered everything.
Is it possible for me to touch the cube or any other person to touch the cube?
Alex also asked, did you use the Bell of Silence that he asked you to use?
Oh, not yet, no.
Okay, no. So, Necro hands you the cube, and you look at it, and it sparkles a little, but you really don't pick up on anything. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's magical. Perhaps you should bite the cube.
No!
Can I use the Bell of Silence first?
I mean... if you want, you can ring the Bell of Silence.
I'm gonna hold off on that, because I don't know what it does.
So,
I'll bite it.
Made out of chocolate.
It's just made out
I'm
of...
gonna bite it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite it.
Necro, do me a favor and just roll a d20.
Not chocolate. Not chocolate.
An 11.
Jonah kind of looks at it, opens up his mouth, bites it. You hear a crunching sound. Jonah kind of looks and goes, "Nope, it's not made of chocolate," and just spits out the shards.
No more cube.
So you guys,
I asked Mama Bear would she like to touch it.
it's kind of in shards right now.
Yeah, true.
Jonah kind of just bit it in half. Not chocolate. Not chocolate.
You know, that could have been a useful item later on, Jug.
Screw it. I'm pretty sure we'll find another one.
Oh, God. He's not wrong either. Oh, anyway. As the group begins to make their way out, you notice that this whole place looks like it's just been abandoned for years. You notice footprints in the dust that were left by you guys, and a few footprints leaving that were done by adults. You really don't notice anything else. There's no children, no nothing.
Let's see how it was when we came in here, guys.
Well, the thing is that to Juggernaut and K-Man and Grimsnarl and even Williams, it is the way. This is exactly what it looked like. And they're kind of looking at the two of you like you're crazy.
We need fresh air, people.
Dude, it's always looked this way.
Perhaps K-Man is not wrong.
Let's take the elevator. I say, intrepid leader, let's take the elevator up.
But we
And
have
recess this.
It might
What?
be good to get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get some fresh air.
As you go to get your bearings, the elevator takes you up. It does the ding, and you get to the top floor. As you make your way out for a breath of fresh air, you notice that the captain's standing there, and he looks mighty confused at you guys. It's like, what are you doing back so soon? You've only been gone back for... He looks at his hand. Oh, that's right, I don't own a watch. It's been less time than I thought, I guess. What are you guys doing here? I haven't seen such action-packed escapes since those 3 children came a couple of years ago.
Years?
Yes, years! When I first found this, when I was but a swabby, I noticed some children coming out of the elevator. Wonderful children, such sweet children. One was a bit of a lopsided. The captain takes the punch on the chin and rotates a little before looking. Jewel, my old friend, what are you doing here? I only sent you and your men in a few minutes ago. The rest of them left and said they haven't seen you. What's going on? I'm confused.
Oh!
Yeah.
Captain, you said a few years ago you saw those children, but yet me and Mama Bear clearly remember sending them out to you while we were down there.
He kind of looks odd at you and goes, "No, no, well, actually," he looks at Grimstar and goes, a young dire hyena puppy did come up with them, but I sent it on its way and it went off looking for someone. I don't know what was going on with it. But those 3 children, yes, I know exactly where they are right now. One of them is the shipwright. One of them was the captain of the guard. She lost her poor arm but had a metallic one replaced. And the third became the bartender. Why do you look so confused?
Yes, as I just said, we saved them. I'm looking
Okay.
let me out.
He looks at Jewel kind of confused and goes, "They're all dead, matey. How can they all be dead? I took them back to shore myself. You went down and they came back up and... Kind of looks like he's confused, like he's remembering things out of date or something. You know, sometimes I just can't seem to remember myself." The stroke and all.
Ah, I see.
But I'm pretty sure your men came back saying that they'd lost track of you. And looks at
My
Mama
fine
and goes,
friends, I suggest we go to the tavern. I shall buy some round of drinks.
I would suggest against that. I would suggest go back in.
Yeah, I mean, K-Man, we are on time here.
K-Man,
Oh.
we are.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're kind of looking for somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of went missing.
I'm kidding.
All right, everyone, get on the boat. We're all going back to the boat to get sloshed.
No!
Nah, let's go back down the elevator.
The space, priceless.
He kind of
That's
looks at
why he's not in charge of the group.
He kind of just looks at Jewel and's like, "Matey, no hard feelings for what happened, but I can take you back aboard. I can take you to ship. I am a rich man after all, but I'm afraid you'll find that the only time I like that word is if it's attached to a woman." Yes, quite, yes.
I asked Joel if he would mind accompanying us further down.
He looks at you guys and goes, "Don't worry, my friends. I will be back in a few moments. It doesn't take more than 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back. I'll take this young rascallion to the docks, and he'll find that everything is A-okay." Yes, quite. Yes. He sashays away with Jewel behind him. Grimmsnarl kind of looks at Mama Bear. Mama Bear kind of looks at Grimmsnarl.
I look at Mama Bear.
And we're all looking at each other, going, "What the
And I looked at him,
just happened?"
and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me.
Guys, why are you all confused?
Is
Let's get back into the elevator.
it? Wait a minute.
No.
Yes.
What?
Is it possible that the elevator is some kind of time portal? Did anybody ever think of that?
Well, if it was a time portal, let me ask you a question. Why would it have only affected you and Necro? And Jules, of course.
Ignore me slightly, I'm on a bunch of cold medicine right now.
No problem, man. And you might notice that you also notice that the seashells that were on the beach are now currently gone. Perhaps you should get back on the elevator.
Oh, let's go to the 4th floor. Because we investigated the whole 3rd floor, right?
Right? Yep.
Maybe?
You get to the 1st floor and it dings once again. You get to the 2nd floor and it dings yet again. And then the third floor is just as long as the first and seconds were. And you hear ding, self-defense tool prototypes. Warning, floor is decompressed. The door won't open.
Ooh, that's not before.
What do you mean?
Doors won't open. Means you go to the third floor and find the stairs or a ladder.
Nope, you guys can always go down to the fourth floor. Fourth floor, human reconditioning. Ding! Watch your step. The door opens up into a large office-like room. However, it's not all that's said and done. It's currently covered in soot and explosive marks. Ballistas on the floor. Mini ballista bolts in the walls. It looks like an office space that got hit by freaking World War VI.
Anybody remember what Tiny Tricia was carrying as weaponry?
I do. And there's a person at the desk.
Where's William? Where's William?
William's with you guys. William's still with you. He came with. He's been there the whole time.
Just double check. Double check. Necro, scan for life.
I know Trish had a warhammer.
Trish has the ability to create weapons of her gods.
Yeah.
There's one person at the desk, but as you approach, Necro scans the room and detects no life. However, in the distance, you hear a ear-shattering scream.
Does the scream sound familiar?
Oh, it sounds very familiar.
It's probably nothing, guys. Just the wind.
So I we approach the person at the desk.
Really?
I say we go towards the scream.
Hang on. I have to bring something up here. I gotta stop this for a second. You guys just heard a scream of Trisha, and you're like, all right, let's go check out the person on the desk. Let's go meander down the hallways and find adventures elsewhere.
The person at the desk might be able to lead us towards.
Okay,
I say we run towards the scream, Necro.
Okay, Necro can look at the desk and like punch in. Jug and I will run towards the screen and help.
The person stands up from a stack of papers and walks towards the direction of the scream.
Follow that person.
Follow the scream, the person.
Yep, follow that person in a room where no one detected life. Okay, anyways, so as you begin going down the hallways, you notice that there are a large amounts of closed rooms. But you
Necro, detect something.
I'll do a scan on all the way down the hallway for anything.
all right.
Can you do it while running?
We're not running. You're following the person who's walking.
Oh.
They're kind of opening the doors as you go along. As Necro walks, he finds it kind of hard to believe that in all of the rooms he's standing and sensing children.
I don't know, I'm telling you.
The person has a nice white shirt on and a tie.
Don't trust it.
You also notice as you're going down the hallway that the doors are shutting behind you.
That's even more unsettling.
Yeah.
But we must find Trisha.
Yes, we must.
Yes.
You also notice that this is pretty high-tech stuff. The torches on the ceiling are not even flames. And the walls are made of a solid metal instead of oak or stone. It's as if for...
A well-worthy funded area.
the person then takes a keyring off the wall, and after several minutes of fumbling, unlocks a very large door. Williams kind of judders in that something's not right. He feels it's just not right.
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
The person says, "Ma'am, I have the paperwork."
What?
This person isn't even looking at you guys. They haven't even noticed you're there. You're kind of like just like walking behind them as they unlock doors and do stuff, you know. And Michelle's like, "I told you, ew, kids."
Huh? I mean, William has a bad sense of this room.
But didn't Williams run from you guys last time?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Well, actually, to you and Mama Bear he ran. But the Kmart and Juggernaut.
You know it's been
Yeah.
here.
How much do you guys not remember?
What do you mean? I remember really perfectly.
Necro, roll a d20 real quick.
I remember the fight you started as
That was 16.
They rolled a 16, Grabs. Take us on. Or not. Maybe they missed the door. That'd be funnier.
Necro, I remember you trying to pickpocket everyone at the bar.
What?
So the last thing Jug remembers is you trying to pickpocket people at the bar.
Wow.
You were? Oh, alright.
I think K-Man might have not been there for that.
I'm on cold medicine, so in and out.
Basically, everything that happened after the bar, no one remembers except you and Mom there. Just you wait. Just you wait. You catch the door just in time, but it makes a loud thunk. Kind of like you stuck a metal hand and grabbed the door real quick. A thunk.
Can we use the receptionist as a meat shield? Just in case.
You mean the receptionist that's not even a person?
Well, obviously it's something. You guys are following it. It's opening
It
the
has,
door.
it has keys.
It can
So
pick up
bring it with
keys,
us.
so like
But
it's.
yet it says that there's no life.
That's correct.
Is this like some kind of
Wait, hold up.
nickel?
Necro, you detected before walking in this room there's no life. And now you put someone walking down keys? Ah.
And he's
You
still,
all heard it too!
and he's still
Yes.
not sensing. And he's still not sensing life.
What is... Oh.
Well,
Ah.
So
Alright,
Necro,
are we gonna...
Necro, may I suggest you guys walk into the door rather than just stand there holding it?
yeah.
Necro pulls the large door open and walks in, with Mom Bear and the rest of the gang following, including Williams, who grabs the door and just slowly closes it.
What? No! What is fresh air?
Can't do that one right now.
Williams, why did you close the door?
He looks at you and goes, "Politeness?"
Stuff must be Kyle.
You notice that the room is quite large, but there's a throne in it. And upon that throne sits what looks like Trisha. And of course, your Russian croc hunter friend is in a cage.
What? Oh, I say we approach the throne.
I take a defensive posture.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
I take a defensive posture. No.
I wouldn't kneel on one knee in front of the throne and go, "Human."
Trisha looks at Juggernaut and nods her head. Peasant. She looks across the room. Her eyes just seem to glaze off everybody else in the room. As if she doesn't even notice them, doesn't even recognize them. She just sees Jug.
You stole my hat. Oh, what a fact.
That's
That
what it
was
becomes.
the major worry of TMOG. You stole my helmet. I want it back.
The official worker kind of drops off the paperwork and bows her head and leaves and walks through all of you. Opens the door and closes it behind her. Trisha,
That girl. Detect illusion. Detect illusion magic.
I detected everything and didn't detect anything.
Oh,
and he's still not detecting anything.
What did Your Majesty want?
And I'm not still detecting anything. Are you not getting this through your head, Cable?
She starts
There's
looking
nothing
through.
here.
She starts looking through the papers one by one and looks at Juggernaut. She goes, "A burning pit for these papers. Every day, more and more papers come in. Same story." You guys hear a scream again.
What was that scream?
She just seems to ignore Necro and is just kind of paying attention to Juggernaut as she goes through the papers.
Your Majesty, what was that screaming?
The sound of my dying enemies.
She looks over at the Croc Hunter and goes, "Oh, they'll let me escape. They've already let me escape so many times." Looks through one piece of paper and looks at Juggernaut and goes, "Do you know how hard it is to be what I am?" And she continues to go through the paperwork.
And what would that be, Your Majesty?
She looks over at Juggernaut and you notice there's something wrong with her eyes. It's like you're looking into millions of eyes at one time. And she goes, no one important yet. But maybe one day." She looks through another paper. "If my champion succeeds, that is."
Your champion?
She gives a little giggle, almost a scoff. You guys kind of notice that the floors and the ceiling are kind of cracking a bit. She goes, "Yes, my champion. I mean, after all, I might need an aid against the other champions." She puts another piece of paper down.
And who would be your champion?
She scoffs and looks over at you. "Oh, my dearest, why must you joke as such? 300 years and you still make the same jokes."
Juggernaut, or something you're not telling us?
This is also when you notice that Juggernaut isn't paying attention to any of you guys.
But my queen, my queen, why must we fight? Why must we have to choose champions?
She shakes her head, puts just like, because they have chosen. You notice that the walls start to shudder a bit. They have chosen their champions. Every one of them. She starts getting angrier. The walls start to shake and crack.
We don't have to fight.
No, but we have to win. It's for the safety of this world that we are the only champions that win. Do you not understand?
I'm tired of the fighting.
She looks down at you and she goes, "I should have never had you take his life." And she looks over and she goes, "And I am so sorry I made you. I know you can never forgive me."
No, K-Mod!
I would rather die not being someone's champion. I would take off this armor.
And she looks at
have
you,
to fight again.
but she looks at you and says, "But it's far too late to remove the armor. After all these years, all that power going through you, you know what you are under that armor. If you removed the armor, you would become a terrible monster."
I'm taking the armor off.
No, you're not. Bad champion, bad, bad.
Yeah, you became the whipping boy.
You know, don't you say that. Don't you say whipping boy around me.
Is it just myself that you see, or do you see any others?
And she looks up, and her eyes get wide, and she notices Necro, and Mama Bear, TMOG, and Juggernaut. You guys all turn and realize Juggernaut's still standing next to you guys.
What?
Roll for initiative.
So how many am I rolling? 3?
3.
Ooh. Or wait, Liam needs one, doesn't he?
I'll, don't worry, I've got those guys under control.
Not 20.
Okay, well, that's going first.
The first one was the 15.
Okay.
And that rolled like weird. Next one is a 9.
Okay.
And another 9. Oof.
Okay, that's up to you, Quavs. Type them away. She looks at the others and then looks at Juggernaut, and she kind of like, you see a tear fall from her eye, and she's like, "I'm so sorry." And she looks at her champion and says, "Destroy them." And she disappears in a fade. You guys hear another scream.
No.
So, because there's a nat 20 on the field, Kamon gets to go first.
Ooh.
And you are facing down the champion of Leviathan.
I thought that was you.
Is that Jug?
But Jug's standing next to you. He rolled a 15. How can Jug be next to you and in front of you at the same time?
It's Jugception.
It's Jugception.
Or is it an illusion?
The champion just shakes his head and goes, "I am so glad I get to smack you for this." Just looking right at I'm going to smack you for that. That's what's going to happen. The Jugception comment, I've only heard that 400 times. Now, to picture what this is, it's a rather large room. It's about 80 feet. You have an ally. The Russian Croc Hunter is currently looking for some way to get out of the cage. Leviathan has vanished. Mombear and Grimsnarl are in the room. So's Williams.
Now, Kamon, I may suggest doing what you were messaging.
But here's the question: which Juggernaut am I?
One next to us, hopefully.
You're Juggernaut. You're not the champion. You're Juggernaut.
Okay.
But you are the champion. And he is Juggernaut.
So he's not.
He's not, but you are not.
Snot.
Not.
Snot.
Not. Error.
I'm gonna roll and see if I can run and jump and try to break open the cage of the Croc Hunter. If he's still in the room.
You unfortunately you wouldn't be able to reach him with your jump.
Oh, really? Okay.
The furthest you can jump right now would be to land on the champion.
Oh boy. All right. Today's the day I should not have done that roll, which is
Oh, wait.
what?
The Russian Croc Hunter throws 4 seashells. Necro gets a red one. It makes him control all heat-related objects, fire lanterns, etc. Kamon gets a black one. Makes them faster, further 10, 20 meters. Last one goes to Mama Bear, the green shell. Controls all earth things, rock, dirt, etc. The last one where it lands near Jug, and it's white. So actually, you know what? Now you could reach the cage.
Okay.
Now you can easily reach the cage. So you.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, roll d20.
Alright. 19.
And you're aiming for the cage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just roll this real quick. I have to roll this to make sure it doesn't work. Okay, it didn't work. Okay. K-Man leaps over the champion. The champion kind of looks sadly at K-Man, and then back at the group. And K-Man brings down his great spear and shatters the cage. And he doesn't hit the Russian guy. He doesn't hit the Croc Hunter. He doesn't hit him.
Okay.
Just smashes the cage. A1. Juggernaut. You're staring down Juggernaut.
3 point dance time. It's time to rush his ass.
Necro, start rolling.
D20, right?
D20.
16.
All right. Juggernaut drops down, grabs the white shell off the ground, by the way, and rushes at the other champion. Unfortunately, the other champion kind of holds out his finger and goes, "Not today, my friend." And a void portal appears in front of Juggernaut.
Oh.
Juggernaut ends up running into the door that they came in on, breaking through it. He also takes 13 points of untyped damage.
Damn.
Well, that would have been great to know. That would have been great to know before we did the 3-point stance. Sorry, Jug. Next turn, the white shell makes the wearer go invisible for 1 minute when they move.
Yours?
Mama Bear. It's you and Grimmsnarl's turn now.
I have a question for Quab. He says that shell controls earth-related things. Does that include vines?
Yep.
Alright.
So if she could use the shell to do things like try to grab the champion with like dirt and stone or something, or it also includes vines and stuff like that. So even plant life she can kind of just grab and throw and that kind of stuff. Of course, she also has explosive crossbow bolts, fireballs, electricity, etc., etc. Hug it out, Juggernaut. You gotta love yourself.
So what does Mom Bear do?
I use the shell
Okay.
to try to restrain
The champion?
the champion.
All right. Vines and dirt wrap around the champion's arms and legs, kind of trying to hold him in place. He just like sadly looks at Mama Bear and just like he just like looks at her. You can tell there's sorrow in his eyes. All right. Williams decides to rush the champion. His sword crackling with golden lightning, he swings it down and connects.
Hey.
Ow.
Except that it passes right through him. As if there's nothing there. However, Williams then catches a backhand from the champion and is launched out of the room that Juggernaut just crashed through. Ow. All right. Grimmsnarl is just, like, confused. He rushes at the champion and goes to bite, and the champion just kind of grabs him and just, like, creates a portal and just drops him through it. Okay. You guys hear a thunderous rumble and a scream still in the rumble. The champion looks around and just starts to giggle. Yes, Juggernaut giggling. Give me a giggle, Juggernaut. Give me a giggle. So, Kmod, it's back to you, man.
I use the Bell of Silence.
Oh. Oh, oh. Oh, my. Alex, did you hear that, buddy? Are you still here? Because it's about to get fun.
Oh.
He grabs the Bell of Silence and shakes it over his head. And a purple smoke cloud begins to form. And you notice it's that angular shape looking just like Alex. And just holds its finger out towards Juggernaut and shakes its finger. And then looks at Kmod. And is just like staring at him, just like it's waiting for him to say something.
Oh.
It leans back its head and kind of gives out like a chuckle before it dives onto the champion and begins to surround him, just covering him in the cloud.
Strike now, strike now, strike now.
Keon, it's still your turn.
Oh, yeah. I go for a lunging strike.
All right. He's going
All
for
right.
it.
Roll.
Roll the dice.
18.
Kmod just launches himself blade first. And a hand just comes out of the smoke and grabs onto his throat. And he's pulled into the smoke just close enough to hear somebody whispering to him. And said quietly, "Your blood is already on my hands in a few months. I'm not going to take your life now." And just pitches Kmod into Mama Bear. Roll D20 Necro.
The hell? What?
You got a 2? Okay, that's a connection. Mama Bear, Grimmsnarl, and Kmod all collapse on top of Juggernaut, leaving Necro to be the only one left.
So what did the bell do?
Oh, don't worry. It did something amazing. It did something amazing. You just gotta wait a second or two.
Yeah, that's true.
So how far away is the champion from me?
From you, he's approximately 80 feet. And just to put you out, he's already knocked your team unconscious except for you.
Yeah, I'm aware of this.
For those of you who aren't listening in and don't understand what's going on, this would be Juggernaut's champion form 300 years in the future.
Yes. I got that.
This is not a level 12 Juggernaut anymore.
This is God Juggernaut.
This is a fully enhanced level 40 Juggernaut you're dealing with.
Any way to revive, any way to make me not be unconscious.
Oh, don't worry, it's gonna happen.
Conscious. Yeah, I think
gonna
you wake up after the second turns on.
The hunter opens fire and deals 14 damage to the champion, who kind of just like snorts and begins walking out of the cloud towards Necro. He's just kind of staring Necro down and goes, "You let her die. I should let you die. I should kill you right now. I should pop your little head like a grape." And he's just like marching towards Necro. Necro, you're still your turn. He's moving towards you.
Yes, spell called Contra's Variable Volume Fireball.
Okay.
So it's a fireball, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Causes a explosion of flame that detonates with a loud roar, causing 1d6 of fire damage per caster level.
Okay.
Maximum of 15d6 to every creature in the area, which I'm aiming at him, obviously.
Right. You don't want to aim it at yourself, obviously. Yeah.
This explosion creates almost no pressure. There are, however, modifications to the spell that casters can make upon casting. Other than these modifications, the spell is all respects a fireball spell.
Okay. You launch it at the walking champion, and it detonates point blank on him. He takes 68 points of fire damage, and just keeps walking. The rumbling intensifies. You start noticing a shaking when you suddenly hear a voice. As smoke starts to envelop the room, you notice that the figure that was in the smoke has gotten much larger. The champion turns to face him and is like, "Not you. We destroyed you!" The figure just laughs and just launches his hand out and grabs Juggernaut. Juggernaut wakes up and realizes that everyone's being picked up. And you feel yourselves just being empowered. You just feel all the strength in the world coming to you. You feel yourselves just becoming super strong. It's as if all the damage is gone. You feel no pain.
Get on, bitch.
Then it just swarms him. It just surrounds him. It grabs him. It wraps around him. Arms snaking. He's fighting it. You see electricity bursting off his arm as he swipes it. And it just reforms. And inside your heads, you all hear one word ring out. Now! So everybody, choose what you're about to do.
Okay, I'll do a Megaton punch on him.
Okay. Juggernaut, what are you doing?
Jug smash.
Okay. K-Mod, what are you doing?
Come on.
So I perform a running jump attack. To run, jump, and then punch with a one-handed attack.
All right, Mahler, what are you doing? You've never felt this good before. You feel almost godlike with your power. Oh, and Williams is casting a powerful lightning bolt strike with his sword. He's kind of like holding it above him. He's just like, you know, thrusting it.
Okay, he's got lightning.
Thundercast!
You can do whatever you want, Mom Bear. This version of Alex is currently empowering all of you. He's even empowering the Russian Croc Hunter. He's just charging everybody with power. Feel free to do whatever you want.
Explosive bolts?
Mama Bear unlocks 6 explosive bolts and just launches them. Grimmsnarl picks up a massive battle axe and swings down at the same time. With both hands.
What?
All the damage hits at once. It deals fire, light, it deals every element you can imagine. It just strikes the champion dead on. And you connect. And the champion just begins to scream. It takes a step back. He swings his hand at Mama Bear. Grimmsnarl grabs onto Mama Bear and pulls her out of the way and tells her, it's going to be okay, it'll be fine.
Wait, what?
Wait,
That's-
Grimmsnarl talking?
Guys,
I guess he's a maxed out Grimmsnarl, so he
You
has
guys didn't
not
know-
able to communicate.
there's a few things you guys didn't notice from what I said.
Yeah, his hands.
The damage knocks the champion back. Grimmsnarl takes a strike to the kidneys, coughs up a bit of blood. While he's coughing up the blood, his other head says, we got this. We can't lose.
Head.
Wait a minute.
Ed?
What is he like, Cerberus?
God damn.
The champion goes rolling back, smashes into the wall. Everything starts to shake in the room. The poison gas just... He's coughing. He's trying to get back up. He just can't get up. He's trying to charge. He gets up. He starts rushing towards you guys. Everyone's ready. Everyone's powerful. Everyone's armor is glowing.
Jug, throw me. Jug, throw me. Throw me. Throw me.
I'm gonna stop that motherfucker in his trash.
Now, Quabs, now.
With the final help.
Now, Quabs, now. Juggernaut's armor drills start to spin. K-Mod's glowing lance roars as it begins to belch flames from its mouth.
This is so epic.
Necro's eyes begin to glow a prismatic color. You're all ready to fire. Right, I fully understand, Alex. I fully understand.
I want to be lost with that thing, not for him able to move.
How far away would you say he is then?
Oh, he's charged. He's like 40 feet away. He's wrecking house. He's coming at you guys. There's no stopping him. He is pure Juggernaut form coming at you guys. I'm just waiting on Quaz. I'm waiting on Quaz. That's what I'm waiting on.
Is there any way that I can hold him back?
There might be. There might be.
You can use me as a human dart again, Jug, if you want.
No. This is personal.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of information going on right here.
Yeah,
Lots of information.
yeah. Like, why the hell does Grimmsnarl have two heads and regular hands?
Why are Necro's eyes glowing prismatic? Why is Juggernaut wearing drilled armor? Why does K-Man have a living spear? Why is Williams able to use lightning strikes? You guys all gotta grab onto this real quick. Y'all gotta hold on to this information real quick. Don't lose it.
Yeah. Damn.
Y'all ready for this? This is about to get hectic.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's just this Quab is sniping, so I don't know what's
I know, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on Quab. Like, come on, Quab.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think he's too excited too as well.
A lot of information. I'm expecting at least one question after this.
Knowledge overload.
This is like that moment where it's like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, come on! We need to see who wins the beam struggle. Did Jiren get kicked in the nuts? Come on, something.
I just says, oh yeah, that's the end of the stream. Alright. Next time, folks.
And that's when I take two hands and hug them gently around.
Oh my. Anyone else just ever yelled to scream? Yes. I believe we're all doing it right now. Quabs! Type! Answer! I have a feeling I know what he's gonna do.
We don't care about typing errors.
A big crack forms in the ceiling and a bright light shines over the party and champion. A white figure crashes into the champion holding a bright, I'm talking super bright, altar sun sword. You all hear the words, on behalf of the altar, we sentence you to death. He strikes the champion dead in the chest. There's an explosion of blinding light. The champion screams, "No!" He looks at Juggernaut. "Juggernaut, don't kill!" And he vanishes in a bright burst of light. The entire room is engulfed in light as you stare at yourselves one last time in strange armors and strange weapons, glowing with powers. Grim Snarl looking at everyone, and then looks at Maxine and says, "You'll save her. Everything's going to be okay," before vanishing into the light as well. When the light clears, you find yourselves in a broken down lab. Bodies everywhere. In the middle of the room, huffing and puffing, with a drill on her arm, is Trisha. She turns and looks at you, her eyes glowing purple.
That's not normal.
She just points at you, and in a rough voice says, "And now, you're next." And that's where we're going to end it.
You motherfucking Dragon Ball Z episode, motherfucker!
Oh, and don't worry. And by the way, don't worry, Quabs. I'm writing these characters down. They're going to be of some significance. Don't worry, I'm writing these down. And that's where we're going to end the stream.
On a cliffhanger. Damn.
Yeah.
They've all been cliffhangers if you haven't noticed.
However, there's one thing you should know. I've already revealed the traitor. Did anyone else figure it out? Until next time, folks, I'm your crazy DM, Kaiju K.
I'm Nick.
I'm Juggernaut Jared.
I'm K-Man.
I'm Mama Bear. I'm Tiny Trisha.
Not so tiny no more. He's Quabs. And for Deathgasm and all the others, thank you for watching. Peace out, everybody, and cheers.
Peace.